Hi, welcome to the April Spring segment of the Kelly Hill Ross Show. Music, music, music. If you like jazz, then you're in for a treat. I interviewed the husband and wife team, Duport Georges and his wife, Renee Collins Georges. Duport is a trombonist and Renee used to be a backup singer for Ray Charles. She was one of the last Raelettes. I also interviewed their son, Alston, who is a aspiring actor. After that, you'll get your dessert with Cooking with Avery. So sit back, get your favorite beverage, coffee or tea, and enjoy the show.
1, 2, 3, and da 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 da. Today's the most important day of your life, and I have come to sing this song to you. You have been a friend on whom I can depend. No one's like you, and I am truly grateful. I hope you have joy and laughter through the year, and that this song will only bring to you the very best. Happy birthday. How else can I say I love you, my friend, on whom I can depend? Feliz cumpleaños, my friend. Happy birthday to you. You come to celebrate the love and life that's you, and all the wonderful things that you do. This day is your best. Now raise a glass and we'll attest to here's to you. May all your wishes come true. I hope you have joy and laughter through the year, and that this song will only bring to you the very best. Happy birthday. How else can I say I love you, my friend, on whom I can depend? Feliz cumpleaños, my friend. Happy birthday to you. Important day of your life, and I have come to sing this song to you. You have been a friend on whom I can depend. No one's like you, and I am truly grateful. I hope you have joy and laughter through the year, and that this song will only bring to you the very best. Happy birthday. How else can I say I love you, my friend, on whom I can depend? Feliz cumpleaños, my friend. Don't you know no one could ever take your place? Oh, feliz cumpleaños, my friend. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, what I love, well, Duport, I've met you before. Alston, I haven't met you before. And I am just so fascinated by the fact that your family is so talented.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
What did he say?
I said me too.
He said me too.
Oh, well, you know what, Alston, we're going to start this interview by saying again to all of you, thanks so much for coming on the Kelly Hill Ross Show. And Renee, it's so good to see you again. And
Likewise.
I think Duport, the last time I saw you was when Renee, you were at an Italian restaurant in Little Italy. And
German.
okay,
Oh,
yes. And Duport was playing the trumpet, right?
Trombone.
Trombone.
Trombone, yeah.
Okay, so that was the last time I saw you, but you all look great. Well, Alston, I'm going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about your aspirations in life in terms of you are part of a very talented family. So what are your goals?
Right now, my biggest goal is to become an actor and singer. I plan on going to college for it. I've already got a lot of good offers, but other than that, I just see myself really just trying to make the best of what I like to do right now. I don't really know what the future's going to hold for me, but I'm right now I'm just doing what I like.
Okay, so what has inspired you to want to become an actor?
My parents mostly, and also just the plays I've done and the musicals I've done at my school. They've all been really great, and I just really love doing them. And I just thought that I really want to do this more.
Okay, all right, that's wonderful. Have you taken any acting classes?
I have. I don't take them frequently, like every week, but I do take them every here and there, when I have time.
Okay, that's good because with acting, there's a difference between theater and television in acting. Theater, you have to be really big. You have to talk to the person who's sitting all the way in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas television, the camera is just right here and you just talk right to that camera. Well, I wish you a lot of success in that. I was also intrigued by the fact that your mom says you are a rower, sailor?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that and how you got involved.
So I sail at the Annapolis Yacht Club usually every fall and spring, and I got involved in it because I wanted to do something that I thought that I could enjoy, and I really just wanted to see how it would work because I'm not usually a big sports guy, but sailing is my sport, and I think that's really interesting that I found something I'm good at in an avenue that I'm not particularly interested in.
Okay. All right. So now you have signed up. What colleges have you applied to?
I applied to AMDA. It's the American Music and Dramatic Arts Academy. It's in LA and New York, but I applied to their LA campus. I applied to Belmont University. I applied to DePaul University. I applied to Fordham, and I got into that one. I also got into AMDA, I forgot to mention. I applied to Howard. I applied to Pace, and I got into that one. I applied to Rider University. Catholic University. I applied to Shenandoah University. I applied to the University of the Arts. I applied to Emerson College. I haven't gotten in there yet.
Okay. So what's the one? What's going to be your pick that you really? Which college do you really want to go to?
Right now, it looks like Pace because they gave me the most money.
We all know them. The people who have that extra something, extra purpose, extra focus. The people whose get up and go could power a small city or a really big one. They come from all over, shaped by different stories and chasing different dreams. What they have in common is drive, that desire to do more, to be more, to go further. They know that to learn is to experience, and they are drawn to a university that knows that too. A university that charts a custom path for each student. A university that knows that magic happens when the academic experience integrates real research, real networking, and the real world. And does it all in the most connected location on Earth. For more than a century, Pace University has been the place for people on an upward trajectory. Today, Pace students, faculty, and alumni are advancing innovation. They're moving their communities forward in New York and beyond. Now and always, Pace is for people who are going places. The doers, strivers, achievers, go-getters.
Okay, all right, well, that's good.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks so much for sharing with me.
Of course.
I'm going to talk a little bit with your dad. Tell me a little bit, Duport, about your career and how you got started in the music industry and playing the instrument that you love.
Well, I started playing, many years ago. And I started, I guess I was about 12, in middle school. And I wanted to play, drums, I believe. But,
Okay.
my band director looked at me and he said, young man, I don't need any more drummers. I got a room full of drummers. He said, hold out your arms. And, and I did that. And, I have a big wingspan. He said, you look like a trombone player, and that was the beginning of that. So I started, say, about 12 years old, playing trombone, and I've been playing ever since,
Wow.
So all through high school, college, and, right into my professional life.
Okay. And where are you from originally?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's wonderful. You have any gigs set up for, next couple months?
I have some social things that I've been doing on the calendar. They're kind of trickling in. I'm doing a show at the Birchmere with the group I play with in March. I got some other things coming up. But I mean, primarily at this point, I've been doing more teaching than anything. I have a full schedule when it comes to full load in teaching. So that's been my focus. Especially, post COVID and, all during COVID, a lot of teaching, So the playing stuff is just starting to trickle back in.
Okay. So in teaching, how do you teach someone how to play the instruments? Do they need to have a certain talent already, or do you can teach them from scratch?
Yeah, you can teach from scratch. Some people are more, have a natural inclination, for the instrument. Some people, just like anything else in life, some people grasp it right away. I think.
Well, so you can see that I'm not musically
Right.
inclined.
Okay. Yeah.
I one time I thought about playing the piano,
Right.
but I said I don't think so. I'll just remain the actress, and then I tried the singing, and I said no, that doesn't work either. So
Well, yeah, singing is part of it. Singing is part of it as well. I mean, all good instrumentalists sing. You have to be able to sing because the instrument is just an extension of, who you are. And that's the way I look at it. So if I, how I sing it, the idea is to have it come out of the horn that same way. Because the voice is the first instrument.
And we did a lot of duets together, vocal, trombone, solos.
okay.
And it's always something I love to do. Whenever he is willing and available to come out and play with me, I love to have him on the shows. My name is Renee Collins Georges. I'm here with my husband, Duport Georges, and we are coming to you live for the very first time from the Georges Lounge. That is our living room. But we're happy to participate in this event, and we hope you enjoy our song. I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, warm sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are all on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Sing with me. What a wonderful world.
How do y'all manage everything between the teaching and the school, family life, and traveling? How do you manage that, Renee or Duport?
Well, I like to refer to Duport as my husbander.
Okay.
When he's willing to, to do it, he's very supportive. He arranges for me. I've written some original songs, and he has done all of the music arrangements for those. The music that I've recorded, we recorded last year, 2021, this time last year. And so he did all of the arranging for that.
Now this gentleman, without him, there would not be an R. Georges or Georges music. This is Mr. Duport Georges. And really,
Can't take him out the house. Can't take him out.
Yeah, can't take him out. He did many other arrangements you're going to hear today, and one of them that you'll hear soon was also done by Alan Johnson. So let's see where we're going to take it. We're taking it to the streets. We're going to do the first original we're going to do is a song I wrote. It really was a poem that I wrote in October and of last year. October, I want to say, many years ago. I wrote the poem October 2017. And then after our turbulent summer of 2020, I took the temperature of just the energy that was out there, and I thought, if sound made a color, or if our color made a sound, ooh, what would that be like? And we came up with this one called What Sound Does Your Color Make? So I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. What sound does your color make? Does it sound like rain crashing into earth? Does it sound like cries that hurt? I wonder if it's weak. I wonder if it's strong. Is it quiet or does it roar? Does it sound like a herd running through the fields or soft and tender? What sound does your color make? Does it sound like rain crashing? What sound, Alan Johnson, does your color make? Does it sound like rain crashing into earth? Does it sound like cries that hurt? I wonder if it's weak. I wonder if it's strong. Is it quiet or does it roar? Does it sound like a herd running through the fields or soft and tender? What sound does your color make? Does it sound wonder if it's just. I wonder if it's us.
So Renee, how did you get into business? I was just reading over your bio, and of course, you know, we've known each other for several years. How did you get into business? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, my mother is a gospel singer. So I kind of, I guess you could say, was born into the world of sound music. She was pregnant and singing in the church, and actually she had a gospel group, so she toured around the city of Los Angeles singing while pregnant. And so when I was born, my mother was the children's choir director, as well as the senior choir director. So I grew up in the children's choir in the church, and I learned to sing first in the church. Then of course in school, and I didn't study music in college, but I did sing in the chorus in high school and middle school. I was shy though, if you can believe that. So I didn't sing much. But when I finished high school, I majored in communications because I was shy, and I really didn't think that I would get accepted into a music program. So that's why I didn't choose music as a major. But I continued to do it after high school, and I mustered up, you know, some courage to go out and start sitting in and doing a lot of open mics and events and getting into that singer community. And that's how I started singing professionally.
All right, and you know, I was looking at your bio, and you have in 1994, you landed your first professional gig in the Too Legit Quit tour.
Yeah, that's right. Too Legit.
MC Hammer. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, that was at that time I was working. I was still in college, but I was going to school at night. So I started working during the day. So I worked for International Creative Management in Los Angeles. And I worked for a music agent who was Hammer's agent. So I was privy to all of the information about touring and routing for artists. And I saw that, actually, no, I didn't see that. A friend of mine who was a dancer at the time, she was an LA Rams cheerleader and a dancer. She called me and said, listen, Hammer's looking for people. She knew dancers in his crew, and he needs a singer. And she says, and I can't go. At that time, she was on the road with Barry White. And she says, I recommended you. How she recommended me, I had sang in her wedding a few years earlier, and she remembered that. So I bought a ticket over a holiday weekend, President's Day weekend, and I jumped on a plane and flew up to Oakland and auditioned, and came back and didn't hear anything. I thought the audition went well, but didn't hear anything. A few months later, fast forward, she reached out to me, said, what happened? Why didn't you take the tour? I said, they never called. She says, oh, they said they loved you, but you never called. So it was just crossed the wires. Their music director reached out to me, who was Felton Pilot, formerly of the band Confunction, you know, the 70s funk band Confunction. And he said, listen, we're already on the road. I'd love to have you. We still have that space, but you'd have to leave in 3 days. So I decided to take it, went in and, you know, left my job and hit the road. I was only on the road with them for about 3 months. So I came back, but it was such a wonderful learning experience. And I think I really got what I call my road legs, you know, tour legs, and I wanted to continue to do it.
Wow. And then also you landed a spot as a Raelette, singing with the legendary, of course, Ray Charles Orchestra. Tell me about that.
That was a rollout to really in the same year. So 92, I did the Hammer tour for 3 months, came home. and I was back in school and still singing out. I went to an open mic night and met a singer that night who had just landed a job with the Ray Charles Orchestra as a Raelette. And she says, hey, they're looking for a singer as well. Went and auditioned for that, got the job, didn't take it. That was 1992. So yes, I was, thought I was crazy, but I turned Ray Charles down. Only because at that time my mom's health was not in the best place and I didn't want to leave. So, I passed on it. But I felt like, oh my gosh, I missed a great opportunity and it'll probably never happen again. Well, fast forward, I went back to work at International Creative Management for 2 years. And 1994, the opportunity came up again. I ran into that same singer at an open mic. Marla Gibbs had a club called Marla's Memory Lane, and they would have open mic night every week. So I went back there. She was there again. She says, oh, we've had an amazing 2 years. I've done everything. Been on, Letterman and the Tonight Show, and you could have been there with us. And she says, but we're looking for a Raelette again, and we need a soprano. You should audition. And I thought, oh, he's never going to hire me because I said no 2 years ago. I went back, auditioned. He asked me, he did say, Renee, what's your name? I said, Renee. He said, sounds familiar. And he said, do we know each other? I said, no. I said, I don't think we do. I said, your daughter's name is Renee. That's probably what you're thinking about. He said, oh yeah, that must be it. And he says, well, you want the job? I said, sure. So once again, I got the job. This time I took it and ended up singing with him over a decade. So from 94 on and off until he passed in 2003. But I did do a tribute, an America the Beautiful tribute to Ray Charles with an artist from Slovenia whose name is Uros Peric. And Uros does Ray Charles music on a high level. I mean, he is such a fan of the man's music. He plays the piano, he plays the songs, and he performs, and he's known all over Slovenia.
You're going to have to sing along, all right? This story needs some help.
Yeah, I see. They're clapping the Slovenian way.
Right. Yeah, we're going to give you some blues now. Whenever you're ready, yours, you take it.
Whenever you're ready, honey.
All right, you going to start the story for me? Girls, I'm going to need your help, all right?
They got to start, yeah. Hit the road, Jack.
Ready, girls? Let's tell them how it went. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Did y'all hear that?
What you said?
Hit the road, Jack.
Well,
and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Tell me something, yours.
Oh, woman, don't treat me so mean, Renee. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. And I guess if you said so,
I do.
I'd have to pack my things and go.
That's right, take the road, Jack.
Yes.
And don't you come back no
Come on, help
more,
us out.
No more,
You know the tune.
No more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you said?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Now I want to tell you my story. See, I met Ray Charles in 1992. He was singing I Can't Stop Loving You. Still crazy, busted, and crying time. But the best of these was Georgia on my mind. And hit the road, Jack. That's right. We used to sing this song. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. No more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more. You say, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
What you mean by that? Come back no more.
That's what we
Hold
used
on,
to
baby.
say.
Now you told me it was me and you, Renee.
Every day.
Now can we talk this thing over?
No, no, no.
I mean, what about all that stuff about till death do us part and all that shit? Now doesn't it count for nothing? I mean, how can you say that to me, Renee?
I don't want to hear it, baby.
After all I sacrificed, after all you put me through,
After all you put me through.
I don't need to take that kind of talk from nobody, baby.
Oh, no, no, no.
Well, I know it's your house, but still.
Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. That's what we used to say.
All right, girl.
What kind of personality did Ray have?
Complicated. He's a perfectionist. He could be a little impatient, and I guess the wrong word is a little. He could be very impatient.
Okay, all right.
But he was matter of fact. You know, he didn't have a lot of requests, but he knew what he wanted. And when he wanted it at that moment. So he could be short. So when he would show up to sound check or rehearsal, he was ready for you to be ready. He didn't want to he didn't want to rehearse things 1,000 times. He wanted to do it once, twice, 3 times, I'm done.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So you had to be on your game. Because he just didn't have patience for it. And he would say all the time, listen, there are 1,000 people that want to do this. So he wanted everybody to put in what he was putting in. And he was putting in 110.
And is there anything that you would like to say to our viewing audience as we close?
Yes, please continue to support live music.
Mhm.
Please continue to support our youth. I know, Kelly, that you do much with youth in your community. So let's please encourage them to continue to pursue their dreams and their goals. Watch for events that people are doing virtually and in person, and where you can go, and where you can just show up online, please do. We need to keep our music, our live music alive.
And something I'd like to add, please try and find a way to make theater and music and the arts in general a part of your life, even if it's just going to concerts or supporting your artist friends, or supporting your thespian friends. Just go out there, go support the arts, because when the arts are around, I think everyone benefits, because the arts are a form of media, and that too is a criticism of our world. And I think without the arts, the world would be a lot more boring. Well, the world would be a lot less interesting.
It sure would be.
I agree.
My name is Amy Talley, and today I'm going to be making easy cheat day brownies. So usually I make my brownies from scratch, but today is going to be an easy cheat day for my family. So we're going to be making double chocolate premium brownies. So the first thing you have to do is preheat your oven. So we're going to preheat the oven to 350 and we started. So it just preheated, so now it's ready because it already preheated. So first thing what we have to do is we have to add in the oil, your water, and your egg. And you're gonna that all together. It's gonna be kind of difficult to stir together because, you know, oil and water don't mix. So you're gonna take a few minutes to stir it up. And this is what it's gonna look like after you stir for about 30 seconds. After you give that a nice good stir, we're gonna let that rest for just a second, and we're gonna grease our pan while we wait. So shake up the spray, close your mouth, and go ahead and lightly spray. We're all done. So now, since we let that rest, we're gonna be able to add in our brownie mixture to a bowl. And we're going to add our mixture that we have over here. And we're gonna mix with this for about a minute and a half, because we don't want to have, you know, those lumps in there. But once we get rid of all those lumps, we're gonna use a spatula to make sure it's all evenly combined. Now you can see that there are little lumps in there, but because we made double chocolate, it's gonna have chocolate chips in it. So we're gonna make sure this is all evenly combined. So while we wait, we're gonna clean up our area and we'll be right back. Hi, so we're back with a clean workspace, and our batter is all ready to be stirred up and poured into the pan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our 8 by 8 inch pan, and we're gonna pour it all in there. Make sure it's spread it out evenly so that it does not cook faster or slower or any areas. And once you have that all scooped out, you're gonna make sure it's all laid evenly. But it already kind of does it for itself, so you're just gonna wanna scrape down the sides so that it's not cooking on the sides. And make sure it all looks the same and nice and even. So now that our oven is preheated, this is ready to go into the oven. So you want to take good safety precautions, and you want to get some oven gloves so that you don't burn yourself. Go over to the oven. We're going to place this on the middle rack and push it far back. And that's going to be in there for 36 minutes. I know it sounds like a while, but that's what you gotta do. I'll be back in 36 minutes with the finished results. Okay, we're back after 30 minutes. We're going to take the brownies out of the oven to see this gooey masterpiece. And we're gonna test with the knife. And it comes out clean. You want to always want to have brownies gooey, so this is the best way to have them. Okay, we're back, and the brownies are fully cooled off, and this is how they look after they've been cooled and baked. So now we're gonna cut into them, and we'll have our result. Alright, and now we're done. And this is the after result of baking those brownies for an easy, cheap day dessert. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Well, I really enjoyed the show, and I hope you did too. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or you can contact us through our website, www.thekellyhillrawshow. So